Good day, my people. Good day, friends. Good day to the South Africans. I just want to take this few moments to share my thought about the coming election, 8th of May 2019. I'm not a South African. I'm not a voter. I'm not gonna be voting for any political party. But I just want to comment on the fact that I've been in the country for more than 10 years. I've seen it. I've learned it. isiZulu ngiyakhuluma, ngiyawuzwa impela inqanqa le sometimes is quite difficult, but yeah, I understand the South African culture. I consider myself now being a South African in mind, as I've been here for quite long. I just want to comment on the issue of the country, the decision you have to make in choosing the party that you are willing to lead you for the next 4 years. With experience, normally, this came to mind. I was relating this issue of election like a research. When you are a postgrad student and you wanna do research, usually we refer to the previous work in the same field, the previous work that have been done before. So we take this into consideration. So normally that's why we reference always our work to see the people have done the same way. What was the result? You learn from their mistakes. You learn on how they've done it. Then you can try to improve. The similar thing can be taken into politics. With the African experience, normally, if we compare the way things have been done with Africa after independence, in South Africa we used to talk about apartheid. Most of the African countries have done it in the same way, where that after independence they have to kick out the what people would call them the colonizer. So they have to pack the stuff and go, leave us alone. This work for the majority of the countries didn't work. The result after 10 years was a disaster. In fact, that in such a way that normally most of those people, of those leaders, didn't have skills to develop the country. So it did affect in another way the development of Africa, the way that the independence happened. Compared to South Africa is among the last countries to obtain independence, and the way Mandela did it, it was completely different with other countries. In the way that normally he didn't chase the oppressors, he forgave them, then they have to stay and keep working together. And if you take your passport, go to the airport, travel, cross the border, and check the other African countries, what is happening there, it's completely different than what you see in South Africa. You see, if you go to Malawi, for example, life is very different there. It's another life in Malawi. If you go to Zambia, there is another way of living in Zambia. If you go to Tanzania, you can also see that normally it's different the way they do things in Tanzania compared to your country, South Africa. I won't be long. Let me not take your time. That's what I want to share about with you is the fact that you need to think. Okay, there's this way to say a person who have used to something, I think as human being, the ability of innovation disappears. We've seen it with America, where to many it was impossible to have a black president in America. But Americans, they've seen that, the way things have been happening, seems like they were tired of it. So they have to try something else. So they've tried a new president. That's why we've all seen that normally Obama was elected as a new president of USA, and they gave him a chance. He ruled. Then after Obama, there was another issue came in. It's Donald Trump. You see that normally it was something people didn't believe in. But in South Africa, yes, you can see that normally there's a number of people who are willing to do the same, who are willing to change. But in the mind of the majority, they believe that there is this thing of there's one political party is entitled to rule the country forever, like for 100 years. With the way thing going, with the development of the world, I suggest, like, from my point of view, somehow, guys, try to change the leadership. Try to give a chance. Remember, your democracy is good compared to other countries. The chance you have to choose in many countries, they don't have. In many African countries, the vote is not counted. You just go to waste your time. Normally, the president of the ruling party or the president in power decides who will be the next person to come. That's why you see, if you study the history of Africa, they try to modify the constitutions, or if the president will leave, the son will take over. So it's always like that. But in South Africa, at least, you got the chance to change things. I'm not going to tell you for which party to vote, but just I'm calling you to come to realize that sometimes you need to make a decision that you think it cannot be made. Give chance to new people. That's all I can tell you. Try it. Try it and see. Give it a try. It's only 4 to 5 years. Give it a chance. I think it's something really. People are struggling. In reality, if you see in South Africa, the majority of people are lacking of what is required. Many people are suffering. They don't even have food. But the system we have in place have been there for quite long. They are promised. They are doing well. I can't say they're not doing. They are doing well, yes. But in everyday life, we all need, or we are all willing to improve. Even our own lives, we always like to improve. Even our cell phones, we don't want to use the same cell phone forever. We don't want to wear the same clothes forever. We always aspire. Human beings, is our nature to change. I think it's good, especially you as young people, to try not think in the way that, okay, give it a chance, give it a chance. We're not going to die. Give it a chance and see the result. Because in a country when a political party feels like no matter what, they'll always be there, then that spirit of innovation disappears, because they know no matter what, provide an effort or not, we're always going to be there. I think it must become something like a competition. You see, most of the time, musicians got a lot of money because that industry got a lot of competition. Say, hey, if I'm sleeping now, another artist will take over me, then, see, that spirit of competition is need also to be taken in this world of politics. Because if competition can be felt everywhere, if like a political party can feel like, hey, this year if I don't do good, I can be removed into power. I believe that way things can change. We can start talking about changes in Africa. We can start talking about change in South Africa. That's why when you go on Wednesday, don't just vote for your father's political party. No. No. You don't have to. You don't have to. Give it a try. Give it a try. Try a new political party. Try it. And see what happens. See what happens. You got many political parties, but my advice is just for you to try something different. Try something new. Try something new. And from there, you'll see how can that affect the future of the country. Try something new. Just advice from a non-South African, but I am an African. South Africa ngiyathanda. For me, South Africa is ekhaya. Yonke yenzayo lo ekhaya is sometimes inspires, because you guys have something that we don't have in other African countries. In other African countries, when you go, you vote, nobody counts your vote. But you have the chance, kindly give the try and see what happens. Good luck. Phambili is South Africa. Phambili.